America is that reckless parent that refuses to grow the hell up. Addicted to power, obligated to the image of greatness, avoidant of accountability, and guess who they put the weight on? Us. The people are already exhausted from carrying generations of dysfunction. The poor, the marginalized, the ones still told to be strong while the system sucks the life out of us. Today, we're going to talk about how this isn't just personal, it's systemic, and why it matters to your healing journey. Welcome to the Powerfully You podcast. I'm your host, Sharitha. I help emotionally wounded, spiritually curious people heal from trauma and reclaim their voice so that they can stop people pleasing, start living their truth, and turn their pain into power. This episode isn't just about politics or policies. It's about trauma, collective trauma. It's about how America as a system mirrors the same dysfunctional family dynamics. So many of us grew up in. So many of us grew up in. And until we call it what it is, we'll keep carrying the weight that was never ours to hold. America as a reckless parent. Think about how dysfunctional families operate, and I would know, coming from one. The parent refuses to look at their own wounds. They cling to control, to image, to being the strong one. They project their failures onto their children. That's America, a country founded on genocide, slavery, and exploitation. Instead of healing, America built its entire identity on denial. Like a reckless parent, it hides behind the mask of greatness. I'm a good parent. It brags about freedom, but avoids accountability for its violence. And when things fall apart, it blames its children, us. Addiction, obligation, and avoidance at the national level. America is addicted to power. It fuels wars, prisons, and an economy that runs on exploitation. America is obligated to its image, land of the free world leader American dream. That image is the mask it wears. Even while millions suffer, and America is avoidant of accountability, reparations ignored, police brutality excused, white supremacy rebranded as heritage. Just like a parent who refuses therapy, America won't look in the mirror. Instead, it passes its dysfunction down the line. Who carries the weight? When the parents don't change, the children adapt. They overfunction, they overcarry, they overgive. That was me. And in this country, the weight falls hardest on the poor, told to work harder while wages stagnate and housing costs rise. The marginalized, black, brown, indigenous, queer, disabled, forced to prove their humanity in a system designed to erase it. The survivors, already carrying ancestral wounds, told to be resilient, as if resilience is all they are allowed to be. This isn't personal failure, it's systemic design. Systems like capitalism, patriarchy, and white supremacy thrive on shifting the burden down into those least resourced to carry it. Devil's advocate. Now, somebody might say, but America gives opportunities. You just have to pull yourself up by the bootstraps. Look at the people who made it. Here's the truth. The bootstrap story is the same gaslighting you hear in dysfunctional families. When a parent says, I gave you a roof, what more do you want? While ignoring the abuse happening underneath the roof. That's not gratitude, that's survival. The fact that a few escape doesn't mean the system isn't broken. It means some survive despite of it, not because of it. Reflective moment. I want you to sit with this. Where in your life have you carried the weight of somebody else's dysfunction, family, friends, or this country? What has it cost you emotionally, physically, and spiritually? And what would it look like to finally set that weight down? You deserve to name the burden. You deserve to ask what's mine to carry and what was never mine in the first place. Final soul truth. Here's the truth. America keeps telling us to be strong so it doesn't have to be accountable. But strength without healing is just survival. Survival isn't freedom. The cost of America's dysfunction has been carried on the back of the poor and the marginalized long enough. Our power is not in carrying the weight, it's in refusing to normalize it. When you set down what isn't yours, you reclaim the space to be powerfully you. Thank you for sharing this space with me today. If this episode reminds you that survival is not the same as freedom, hold on to that truth. Keep trusting your guides, keep choosing authenticity over armor, and remember, your worth is not in how much you can carry, but in who you are. And if this episode moved you, take a moment to like, subscribe, and share it with someone else who needs to hear it. Until next time, stay true, stay tender, and stay powerfully